Oh, it is Friday night. It is qualifying time. We are here, round 7 for SLIDESTYLE, qualifying at Springstone. And we have got a show for everybody this evening. All of these guys are all lined up, squared away, ready to go. We got a little bit of extra warm-up in this evening. But race control is now here, and we are ready to rock and roll and get these guys qualified for next week's Tandem bracket event right here at Springstone. Couple of little details for this evening. We have only got 12 drivers. A handful of drivers were not able to make it, so we have 12 drivers here ready to go, and that means that they are all going to make the final. Nobody is going to be eliminated this evening, but they will be fighting over championship points and their seeding going into the bracket for next week. So we can see here first, we've got our boy Wayne lined up here already. We're going to take a quick look at his machine and talk about what goes into making a SLIDESTYLE racing machine. So first things first, to make a SLIDESTYLE racing car, you got to leave the stock engine block in it. You can't have any crazy engine swaps going on, nothing like that. It's got to be the stock engine block, but you can crank that bad boy up. It's almost 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 is the limit. Can't go over it, but you can come in under it as far as you want to, whatever you want to do to have your car set up the way that you are most comfortable driving. It does need to be a rear-wheel drive machine. Wheels between 17 and 20 inches in diameter. All 4 wheels have to be the same all the way around. Tire pressures, of course, can be adjusted however you see fit, but the wheels themselves need to be the same all the way around the car. 110 adhesion tires, all the grip to match that 1,000 horsepower engine. 30 to 40% tire sidewall profile, and the cars do have to have a front bumper. We're not running any crazy drift missiles here. Not only does it look a little bit more uniform, but also in the game engine itself, if you take the front bumper off the car, the front collision box on the vehicle remains the same. So we want to make sure in the event of a collision in our tandem events that watching the replay we can see if any penalties need to be passed out or anything like that. And that is what it's all about. So we are here for qualifying. So speaking of which, we do have 12 drivers. You can see them all lined up here, set up and ready to go here on our parking lot course this evening. Each driver is going to make one solo run. And you guys, the fans, our audience, you're going to give a 1 to 5 star rating on what you thought about that run. We're going to average those scores up, and they're going to be in the live timing system right here on your screen. In the top 11 drivers normally would advance directly into the finals, and then we would have a last chance qualifier where drivers 12 through 16 run again. But as we said, we only have 12 drivers lined up to qualify this evening. So that means everybody is making the final event. So we're not going to do the last chance qualifier. So every driver is going to get one run. You guys are going to vote to see where they are placed. Of course, when you're voting, you're looking for speed and angle, because that's what drifting is all about, of course. The flow of how they handle the course, how much they keep the car on edge. If they go all the way out to the outside wall, how close can they get? And the overall aggression in their driving is how hard do they attack the course? Do they play it conservative, or do they take risks to try to make the best run possible? And it's all about what you guys think about who you want to see in what position going into next week's bracket. So without further ado, we are going to get set up here. So let's take a look around real quick. Some of the shots around Springstone as we get our cameras all set up and ready to go. And we will get ready to get some drift in action underway for you guys. So first up, like we said, Wayne is going to be number 1, and you can see his name over there on the side graphic is in yellow. That means he is a past event winner, and you can see right on his windshield, Wayne is in fact a 3-time event champion. He will be followed by Malte, Theory, and Damien, who are also previous SLIDESTYLE event winners. But our lineup tonight is done in order of their championship points. Of course, we have our World Finals coming in October. And the top 12 in championship points will make that event. So there's only a few months left. We are headed down to it. Of course, this is round 7 of our 10-round tournament to crown a world champion. So we're going to take the next step forward and start off qualifying for round 7. Wayne is going to be up first. So let's see some love in the chat. Let's see some emotes spammed over there. And Wayne's going to burn it down, and we are going to see what he's got for us right here. As he launches off the line, you see him get the car kicked out so much angle early on. It's the quick transitions that S15 is able to make. And you see right there on the windshield, 3-time champ. He is proud of it and proud to show you. But you can see him riding that wall ride angle right along all the way through. We talked about that aggression. You can see the speed all the way out to the outside and almost putting that back bumper right there on the wall. You know Wayne is always the one to bring it. The aggression is there, and look at that car right up, just barely touching the wall. I don't know if he made contact or not. You couldn't fit a piece of paper in the middle in there. As he makes his way around the final corner, we're going to get a replay of that run right there. How awesome was that? As you guys get your vote in the chat, let us know what you think. As we watch Wayne's run here. Yeah, he just absolutely, that car is so fast, and he is able to control it like no one else, man. You can see him right all the way out to the white line, all the way out to the very next wall. Gets it so close there every time. So the vote is in the chat. So give him what do you think on the 5-star run there? What's your rating that you give him? We will see where he qualifies. And we'll take another look at that run one more time. As you can see right out of the gate, kicks it completely 90 degrees sideways. The vote is in the chat now. If you guys can't see it, we know that there's been some problems with Twitch polls showing up for some people. If you can open Twitch in a browser, if you're on your mobile device, sometimes in the app it doesn't show up. Maybe if you can open it in the browser window, you can get that vote, but you can get your opinion heard on what you think about Wayne's run here. The aggression and speed definitely on display. And he did not come to play here in Springstone, and he will be ready for these guys. He's going to try to repeat and be a 4-time champion next time around. So we will come back while that vote is finishing up, and we will take a quick look here at Malte's machine. Another S15. These guys always like to, they're good buddies. They like to come out like twins sometimes with their rides. Beautiful green and yellow look here to Malte's ride. Just a few seconds left to get your vote in, and we will get those scores in our system and updated on your screen. Let you know what Wayne's score comes out to be. And kicking it off right and kicking it off early, Wayne throws down a 4.4. That is going to be tough to beat. And these guys bring it every time. And that's why we run qualifying in championship standings order. Is we want these guys to be able to show what they know how to do best. And then the guys that may be new to our events or anything like that, it really, their work's cut out for them. They know what they've got to do, and they know what they've got to beat. And we're going to see what it's all about. So is Malte going to be able to bring the heat here to Wayne? Is he going to be able to top a 4.4? We're going to find out as he gets ready to launch off here. And we will find out if he's going to be the next ever multiple-time winner. Uh-oh, we've got a little bit of a bug situation with CarX. Apparently Malte is running a hybrid S15. Just silence here from this machine, but you can see the speed is there. He's all the way out, just like Wayne, all the way out to the outside wall. The aggression is absolutely there. The throttle control is there too. I wish you guys could hear it. CarX, please fix, of course. All the way out, scraping that back bumper on the wall. You can see him making it all the way down the hill here. That hybrid power really brings it, doesn't it? All right, well, we'll take a look at the replay here of that one. Unfortunately, the sound isn't going to come back for the replay. Yeah, Wayne says it's a Tesla swapped S15. Coming right out the gate there with so much angle. Making that wall ride all the way down. You can see all the way out to the very edge on the grass, the white line, all the way out to this wall. And you can see here he comes over. I believe this is where he taps the back bumper. Yes, you can see the sparks there. So definitely get your vote in the chat. The aggression on that run was just absolutely unreal. But the power is there, and apparently that Tesla swap machine is ready to bring the speed today. So hopefully that does not continue to be a problem. We've been noticing that during our practice events, that the engine sound in-game will just kind of disappear on you sometimes. So that will happen, but the vote is going now as we take another look at Malte's run. Will he be able to knock Wayne off the top spot with his 4.4? What an awesome run. I mean, these guys, seriously, they're bringing the aggression, they're bringing the speed. You know we love seeing it as we come back around here and check out Theory's machine, this Yaris here. Looking so good. And you'd think compared to the S15 machines that this thing wouldn't hold the speed there. But this little Yaris can absolutely bring it, and it can transition like no other with that short wheelbase. So we'll see how aggressive he's able to make his run here. But I believe the votes are almost done. So we will see how the average comes out for Malte here, and will he be able to knock Wayne off the top spot? It is averaged up in our system. What's it going to be? It's a tie. We have a 4.4, but our system goes all the way out to like the 10,000th place on an average. So that does mean, oh, Wayne's score has disappeared. Not sure what happened there with our system, so that'll get reset, but Wayne had a 4.4 and Malte equals him with the 4.4 and just barely edges out over the top on votes over Wayne. There we go. We are all set. Everything is put back in, and we are good to go. So up next, we will be taking a look at Theory's run, and we're going to see if he can match or beat a 4.4. Is he going to be the next to do it and take the top spot? Winner of last month's event here in SLIDESTYLE. There you go. You see him jump on the throttle here out the gate. He was last month's winner. He was able to take it all the way, defeating Charlie in the finals in an awesome, awesome showing at the Navarro Airport. But he's got all the angle right here off the start. He gets real close on the wall right there. You can see him pick up the momentum down the hill. And this is such a tough section here because not only are you on the throttle all the way, but you're downhill. And then you have to slow it way up to get in between those big planter sections there. And you can see it. We always call him Mr. Consistency. You can see the smooth flow. Theory can put that car exactly where he wants it, when he wants to put it there, every single time. Right by the pole there at the finish as he brings it up the hill. That is a run right there. So as we get the vote in the chat, we will take another look at that run. Yep, we always say Mr. Consistency, and that is always so true. With Theory, you can see he's always able to take his machines, put those cars right on the absolute outside edge, and he's able to carry the speed. There's never a lot of steering input. He sets the angle on his cars, and he knows exactly where it's going to put it and exactly the radius of his drifts every time. Here's the vote. It's in the chat. What is your guys' 5-star rating for Theory's run as we watch along here? Like I mentioned earlier, those quick transitions that this car is able to make. And he definitely brings a level of aggression, but it's almost veiled by how smooth his driving is. As he is pedal to the metal, he is bringing it, but it looks so smooth every time. It almost tricks you. We are about halfway through on that vote, so definitely let us know what you think. If you're having troubles viewing the vote, like we mentioned earlier, sometimes we know the Twitch apps will have problems with getting those votes in. So if you guys can maybe open in a web browser, or you can also just open the chat here in the Alex on Your Screen channel. You can open up just the chat, and maybe you'll be able to see the poll in the Twitch chat that way. I feel it's a little bit more consistent with the web browser over the apps. What a run there by Theory as we come back around. Take a look at our next driver is going to be Damien, rocking a different vehicle this month. He is hanging out in this flanker. It is a mean-looking machine, that is sure. Beautiful, and it brings the horsepower. So we have the vote for Theory is coming down to it here, so we're going to see where he goes. Will he be able to knock Malte off that top spot with the 4.4? Or will he go somewhere between? But that vote is complete. We're going to get it in our system here and find out. .2, so close on the vote there. It's a 4.2. It's good for third place so far. And we have made it to our final event winner. He was actually our very first event winner here in Slide Style, but Damien is lined up and ready to go, so we're going to see if he can take a chunk out of that top spot there with the 4.4. What he's going to be able to do with this flanker, I'm sure it's going to be something. But he burns it off the line here. So much speed this car has. Love the livery design. That purple, blue to green fade, so unique. The lightning down the side. And he is bringing the speed and the angle for sure here. And we were talking about smooth with Theory. This is a smooth run for you right here. All the way out to that outside wall. Before cranking it, holding it tight there to the inside. Tough to do when you're carrying that much speed, and throttles it right back up the hill. That is a run for you right there as we pull the replay up. Great job he did there. Such a unique car, the flanker. Beautiful, beautiful racing machine. Well, you can see how smooth he was able to get through that downhill section and into the decel zone there in between those planters. It is hard to do. These guys make it look easy, and I think the camera angle may be a little bit, may play a little trick on your eyes, but you have got to get the car so slowed up to be able to get in between those two large planters here in the parking lot at Springstone. And these guys make it look so simple. You can see how much speed this gets off the line. Give him that 5-star rating there in the poll in chat now. Poll is there. And we will see if this former event winner can make his way to the top spot again. So much speed carried through those downhill sections. I'm telling you, it doesn't even, from our vantage point, it doesn't even look like he's slowing down, but he gets that car so slowed up so smoothly as he transitions into his next drift, you can't even tell he was slowing down. Such an awesome job there. As we get ready to take a look at our next competitor here. Last month's runner-up was Chally. Make sure you get your votes in there for Damien as it comes to a close, but look at Chally's Mopar machine. He's always rocking the Challenger, and it's always looking good. He brings the unique livery designs every single month. Always got something a little different. But man, he absolutely stepped his game to the absolute max. Made it all the way to the finals at Navarro Airport last month. Put on a hell of a show and went toe-to-toe with Theory. Just not able to come away with it at the end, and he's looking to rectify that situation this month here at Springstone, and I've seen him in practice. Damien comes in so close with a 3.9 on the votes. Puts him good for 4th place right now. So we will see if Chally is able to make his way into that group of yellow names and be an event winner here in SLIDESTYLE. Like I said, he was so close last month. Can he get the job done this month? He looks like he's bringing it with that Mopar machine, that Challenger. Such a big, heavy beast. He's got to muscle that thing around every bit of these courses, but he definitely does it. You can see it all the way there on the absolute edge, all the way to the outside wall. Gets all the way over, almost touching the grass there with his rear tires. He is maximizing every bit of the line here. See how close he is all the way. The scrape on the outside wall just touches it perfectly. You can see so much angle right in front of that light pole, ever so close to it, and then gets all that speed coming back up the hill. Definitely a replay we want to see. Give him your 1 to 5 stars. Let him know what you think about that one right there. I'm telling you, it's such a hard car to drive. It's carrying so much weight, so much momentum. And he is able to just, like I said, muscle it around there. Bend it to his will. Comes all the way out. You can see just the touching with the scrape on the outside wall and how much angle he is able to hold and maintain on that car is definitely something to watch. So what's your vote? What do you think? About Chally's run there. Beautiful cars too. Always love what he comes up with. As we take one last look here, like I was saying, to come down that hill with all that momentum, these guys get out so wide and they have to slow down so much to get through that section, but they're so good it doesn't even look like it at all. So the vote is in the chat now. Give them the 1 to 5 star rating. As we come back and take a look at Foxy's Mark II. Team Concept machine here. Looking good as ever. It's got the underglow blinking under it. And you can see how wide set his front tires are. I wonder if there's an advantage in front end grip there. Just the different steering feel maybe he's more comfortable with, but that is a Badass looking racing machine you are looking at right there. That is 100% for sure. So the vote is almost coming to a close here for Charlie. We'll see what his score comes out to. And will he be able to get up in the middle of all the winners there? He does. He slides into a 4th place position with a 4.1. What a well-deserved score that is from Charlie. These guys are so awesome at what they do. But we move on to our next driver is Foxy. And let's see if he can take this team concept machine and put it on the board. As he launches out of the gate strong. Such a smooth transition in this car. You can see he's got a little bit of a network lag going on there, but I think he's holding on to, maybe a lot of bit of a network lag there. Oh yeah, his internet service provider is not his friend right now. But you can get an idea of what he's going for. You can see how close on that wall, you can see how close on both walls he's able to get. Oh, little 360 action there, and there wasn't a lag on that one. There was on the second one. That's going to be a tough call on the vote because it's so hard to tell what we really saw and what was the game trying to approximate what it thought was happening. But we will hopefully see here. Usually you can tell when the game is just trying to make up what it thinks the car is doing versus what the driver is actually doing. I saw him in practice. I know he was going for those 360s down there at the bottom part, and I'm pretty sure that first one was legit. And then when you saw the car hook off to the right and go to spin around and then teleport back over, I'm pretty sure that one was a lag. But I do believe that first 360 was legit. Well, boy, my man is maybe he's got some superpowers. My boy Foxy is look at this, teleporting all over the place. How do you compete with that? You can't compete with somebody in a tandem when they can teleport. It'll be just like Dragon Ball Z. All of a sudden, first thing you know, they're in the lead. Next thing you know, they're behind you. But yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of lag going on there, but he was able to hold on to it. He was able to get to that outside wall. I'm watching the replay, man. I'm trying to catch what was actually going on there. Yeah, I'm just watching this replay over and over. I'm trying to get heads or tails of what was actually going on. All right, well, the vote is in. We're going to get back to our live view here. I'm trying to make heads or tails of this replay, but I can't quite get it figured out. So we've got our vote in here. We'll see what we've got for Foxy. Here comes that score. We'll see what we get. Like I said, a confusing situation with all that teleportation going on, but you could kind of get an idea of what it was he was doing there. But we will see what the people say. 2.9. No doubt influenced by the internet connection there for sure. You could definitely see what it was he was going for. But I believe part of the sentiment there coming from our coming from our viewers is that if your internet connection is not up to snuff, it's going to be quite difficult to run beside somebody in a tandem situation. So hopefully that can be improved upon in some form or fashion by next week, because he will be in. Right now he's good for 6th place in the bracket. But up next we have Brunkle Jay, who I was talking to before the event, was saying that he was feeling a little under the weather, hadn't been feeling great. And I told him, I said, hey man, if you need to go sleep, we want you to get better. He said, absolutely not. He said, I am going to qualify and I need to be a part of this slide style event. So we love and appreciate Jay. And I know you guys are used to hearing him on commentary, but as I said, he's not feeling good. So I think he's going to stick to the cockpit of his race car this evening. And he will join us hopefully next week when he is feeling better. But we are going to see what he's able to bring to the table for qualifying here as he gets ready to launch out of the gate. Also rocking the Mark II here. And he's got that thing cooking, man. You can see those rear tires. Look at the angle that he carries down the hill. I don't even know if he got on the brakes there. I think he was using the angle of the car to slow it down. Carrying so much speed through this course. And you see him whip it all the way out wide around. Our camera was in the trees trying to keep up with him all the way around the outside of the light pole. So much momentum, so much speed on that beautiful blue machine. Look at the speed that car can carry. You wouldn't expect it to get up and go so fast like it does, but it absolutely did it. Man, I'm just watching that replay, man, how smooth that car transitions left to right. You almost picture Jay in there driving it one-handed. Just smooth riding that thing around there. Look at how clean, and it's able to just maintain the momentum all the way through. We'll get another look at the start here. You can see how quickly he's able to get off the line, and just once he kicks that thing to the side, like I said earlier, not a lot of steering input you see here, and the transition just so smooth. And look at all the way out right beside the outside wall there. And like I said, watch how much angle he slings down the hill here. You can see the driver in the cockpit there with his neck cranked all the way to the side. And the angle in the rear tires, it's like, I think that's how he's slowing the car down. So smooth, and whips it back around, and he just keeps it rolling all the way around. Well, definitely get your vote in the chat here. Let us know what you think about Jay's run. We're having something's going on with our poll here, so we'll get that up for you again here in just a quick second. And hey, I don't mind looking at Jay slide around like this all day long. Look at how smooth this thing's going. And this man is not feeling well. My man is sick in the driver's seat and is putting down a line like this. Wait until next week when he is feeling 100% and he brings it to the tandem competition. We could be looking at another gold name on the list. There we go. We got the poll back working again. Twitch finally wanting to cooperate with us here. So get your votes in. What you thought about this run. We'll watch it one more time here. How close he gets to that outside wall, man. The control that these guys have driving these cars is unreal to me. I never ever get tired of watching it. And you can see also I was talking about before how some guys have their cars tuned up specific to qualifying because they really want to come out and make an impression and they want to get those championship points. But then you see the guys that really want to dial their car in for the tandem bracket event, and they really want to get far in that and hopefully win an event. They're not worried about championship points. They're looking for the W's. And looking at the way Jay's car is driving here as we watch one last time, you can see how ready this car is. Watch this transition here, and imagine that in a tandem situation. That car is ready for some tandem drifting. So he brought a ride that he has perfected for tandeming out, and they just threw down an awesome qualifying line. But I cannot wait to see what that car does next week. So we are going to come back and check out our boy DK's car here. Wasn't sure if he was going to make it to this event, but he was able to do it. He's got that, Warthog style badass paint scheme on this Mustang racing machine. It is looking good, looking mean, and looking fast. So we will see what he is able to do with it. The votes for Jay's run are coming in. So we will see where he lands. Top 6 cars have qualified. We've got 6 to go. So where will Jay slot in? 4.1 puts him good for the top 5. He's in the points so far. That will put him right there in 5th place. Meanwhile, we look at DK's badass Air Force inspired design here. Oh, Warthog machine looking like a monster. We're going to see if it performs like a monster on the track and see if DK is able to jump into the top 5 there. Coming out with the aggression early. Love the design of this car, man. It's almost distracting you from the crate drifting he's doing. You can see he's even got it all scuffed up looking. It's a little war torn there. Look at him holding the rear bumper on the wall all the way through the middle planter section. Takes it all the way to the outside. Oh, well, little network lag there, but it came back. You can see the big open transitions he's making. Oh, did we have another network there? We may have had another. I think he dropped connection there at the end. We will take another look at the replay and look at the steering input and see what it looked like there. If the car went around on him, or if he just had a network little disconnect there. Because you can see it's a kind of hop, skip, and jump there a little bit as he's going along. But so close on that outside wall through that center section there. Man, was that cool to see. Now you can see here, big time loss in connection there, but it comes right back. He gets all the way to the outside wall. Now let's see here. Let's see if we can look at his steering inputs. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. I'll let you guys at home be the judge. Your 5-star vote is up in the chat right now. The poll is live. But yeah, you can even see the car it looked like it wanted to over-rotate there, but in fact it was network, because it'd just be physically impossible for the car to spin around like that. But then all of a sudden he's up against that outside wall. So definitely some network connection issues for some guys here tonight. But you can see they're working with it as well. And it's hard to do to drive these cars when the network's kicking in and out like that, because sometimes it's not apparent on the driver's end. Sometimes it is. The game will kind of stick on them as it tries to connect back, because of course it's trying to place all of the other cars in the server as well. So sometimes the game will freeze up even though all these guys are parked. Of course the game is having to check, are they still parked? And when the connection loss comes in like that, it makes the car want to jump around on these guys. So for them to be able to hold on to it, it's a tough deal. But get your votes in there for what you thought about DK's run. And just throwing it out there, he has been running this line with us, hanging out in practice, but he, up until the last minute, he did not know he was going to be able to qualify with us this evening. I'm glad he was able to make it and make a run there. So that is a short notice qualifying run as well. So between the network issues and no warm-ups, he was pretty cold coming in. I mean, that's as good a run as you're going to get there in that situation. So as we come back over and we take a look at our man Akuza hanging out with this Mercedes here at the starting line. The vote is up for DK there, so we will see what his scores come in as. But we were talking about Akuza the other night. As DK's score comes in, he does come out to a 3.5 there, which will put him good for 7th place, just outside of the championship points. But like we said, there's only 12 drivers here today, so everybody is going to make the final. We were talking about Akuza on our final practice stream, is that every different event, well, I mean, every night on stream, he comes in with a different car. Whenever we're playing Car X, he's always got something up his sleeve. But for every slide style event, Akuza features a different vehicle. And we were kind of joking, saying the man's the jack of all trades, because he comes in with every different car, completely different tunings and setups on each one, and he is able to come in and compete with these guys toe-to-toe every single month. And it is so impressive to see. And, you know, not spending a lot of seat time in any one car and really perfecting how he drives that one car. He could drive any car, man. He could come out here in a lawnmower and drift that thing. So we're going to take a look here and see what he's got with this big old beastly Mercedes with all of the horsepower in it. And we are going to find out where he can place for qualifying this month. As you hear, I'm telling you, that horsepower, man, you hear that thing wind up. It is ready to rip. The speed is there. The angle is there. All the way to that outside wall. You can see him, even just the throttle control to keep it from grinding down the wall is perfect. Just like Jay, you see him using the angle of the drift to slow the car down through that center section. Keeps it tight to the inside. Unique line there. Through the loop back, makes it all the way to the outside wall. Doesn't touch it. You couldn't fit a piece of paper in there as he whips back around. Same as earlier with Jay, whipping it around outside so far that the camera's caught up in the trees. Takes the inside line again on the loop around. But that is a speed demon car right there. As we see him just absolutely tearing off the line. Keeps it right there on that outside wall all the way through. The vote is in the chat. Let him know how many stars. Like I said, call him the jack of all trades, man. We're starting to see the personalities and the driving styles, like the driving personalities, if you'd rather, coming through for all of these drivers throughout the season. We've made it to our 7th month here. A lot of these guys are regulars and are always qualifying for our events, and you can really start to see their driving shine through. No matter what track it is, no matter what the line, no matter the car that they bring, you can tell who's driving it just by the way that they run the line. And there's no exception when we're talking about Akuza here, as you can tell it's him driving that thing. And it has been such a fun experience with SLIDESTYLE being, you know, all inclusive to anybody on consoles. If you have Car X and you enjoy the game, you can come join in and be a part of this as well, and come hang out with these guys and see how you stack up. But it has been so much fun just seeing the different driving styles and how everybody evolves over time and how they're able to incorporate their driving in different cars. We have got just a few seconds left here on the vote for Akuza in this Mercedes machine. Meanwhile, we're going to come over and take a look at the old Primal Potato over here. Not our usual potato that we have running our drift tournament here, which is one row of Potate. Potate was unable to make today's qualifying event, which is unfortunate, but he just so happens to be the owner of a whole lot of Slide Style Championship points, so there is no doubt he will have no problem making the World Finals in October. But quite the opposite of that, Prim here is brand new, just came to hang out with us a few weeks ago, loved what was going on, and by the end of that stream, he had a Slide Style car built out, ready to go, prepared with the windshield banner and everything. We have loved hanging out with this guy. It has been an awesome time, and this car is absolutely beautiful with the Space Nebula style livery, so he can absolutely wheel it, that is for sure. So we've got the votes in for Akuza. Where is it going to stick him? A 3.4 puts him good for 8th place in the bracket. So we are going to see now where these 3 new drivers that have never qualified for a slide style event before, with Prem, Swervo, and Hero, they are the last 3 to go. So all of the veterans have gotten their runs in. They are scored where they're at. So let's see where these new guys stack up against the old guard of slide style here. Prem jumps in the throttle here.
Alex, I just got to say, can we put the commentator box any closer? It's a far run.
You had to run all the way over there.
From my car to the commentator box.
Had to come all the way around. It's DK that's here with us in the booth. What's going on, my friend? We're watching some new blood here. Prem is burning it down, man. You see this guy?
Sure, dude.
Got it all the way to the outside there. The only person running a Soar, I believe. I think Kakumba ran one in one of our early slide style events. Look at this guy's transitions, man. All the way out to the pole on the outside, and look at the speed that this thing carries. Oh, and touching the wall on the out, just for good measure, just making sure everybody knows, is I got control of this thing. Well, let's get a look at the replay. So get your votes in the chat for this run right here. What an awesome run by Prem here, and we're going to talk to DK a little bit about what happened with his run. What was going on with the network situation there, my friend?
I don't know.
Just a little lag-tastic?
Yeah, even for me it was, but that last 360 was intentional. I had to throw that in there.
Ah, I got you. So that lagged out afterwards. I understand.
Yeah. The lag hit right before that last corner. But other than that, I put what I could down.
I was going to say, considering the short notice, you did a great job. We appreciate you coming in and filling out the roster of 12 here. That will help us out greatly, that's for sure. So speaking of short notice, like I said, the new potato here, Prem, was relatively new, just started to come hang out and check out the stream, and decided he wanted to compete and be a part, and here he is today, and you can see he is on it, man. Takes that thing all the way. I think he touched 2 or 3 walls with the rear bumper. I mean, some of these new guys, I'd love to see when some new competition comes in and they see what they're up against, and instead of being like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough, they say, nah, I got this. And you can see that confidence in his driving for sure.
The new bloods always bring the good content.
That's the truth, man. They bring it, and the more people are here for a slide style event, the more everybody else, even the guys that have been around, and even somebody like Wayne who's won 3 events, it's a new challenge. It's if he were to tandem, if he happens to line up in the bracket next week against this guy, he's never run tandem in competition with him before, so it's a new situation, and it makes everybody step their game up for sure. So we're going to come back over and take a look here at our new friend Swervo's machine. He has been hanging out with us for a little while on streams. He is not the newest, but he has definitely been welcome to all of our practice streams and hanging out with us. And we are glad he is a part of this points. That is good for 1 point in that position. So we see Swerve's yellow, orange, green machine here. This is a cool looking ride with the carbon hood. As we said, one of the 3 new drivers. So let's see what he is going to bring to the table. See him throttling it up. Burns them rear tires down.
Seems like he's got this car under control.
That is definitely the truth. Man, look at it all the way tracing that. That's one of the farthest the farthest distances traced on that blue wall, which is what we had that feature in the line for, and he takes full advantage of it. Going all the way around the outside here on the first big 270-degree turn. Makes his way back along the planters, gets right back out to that outside wall again. Let's see what he does with the final 270 turn. Keeps the momentum up, stamps it back in the throttle, is on the way back up the hill. What a great first showing there.
Absolute.
Yeah, I was just sitting back watching him trace that outside wall there, man. It's cool how with the line too, how that section of the wall is the only section that's painted blue like that. So it gives us a great indicator of how long these guys hold their wall ride in comparison to everybody else. So we'll get another look at it as the replay loops back around. But I wasn't expecting everybody to run so wide on that very last turnaround section when I was setting up the cameras. So as I'm watching on the replays here, I see the one camera all it can do is look to the trees because it can't see the car on the other side. So we're obviously not going to have to worry about that next week. We'll be utilizing the drone cam. Man, did Swerve, he held on to that wall all the way down the hill. That's the first person to do that so far. That was some kind of cool.
It's a good accomplishment too, to hold that angle for that long. I'm
telling you, every time we have a practice session and I'm drifting around with you guys, man, I can't do it at all. I either grind my car all up on the wall and get stuck on it like I'm, playing Burnout on my PS2, or I just kind of get over near it, graze it, and then drive away from it. I can't stay next to it, man. All right, we're gonna watch it one more time. Let's take a real close look here.
And I don't know if the audience can tell, but at the very end of that blue wall is like a little dip, and it kind of throws the car off angle a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a good call. I didn't even think to mention that. It does as the elevation starts to change there. And I've changed up some things. Well, as you can see, we have a whole new replay view here, but I've changed up some things. I do have a slow motion option available to me, but I'm going to just playing it safe for right now, but we're going to take more advantage of that next week during our tandem runs. But I almost want to try to get a slow motion shot of him grinding the wall right there a little bit. But we're going to play it safe just to be sure here. So we come back over. We got the vote in there for Swerve. Let's see where he ends up while we look at Heroes. Orange RX-7 here. This thing looks mean. Love the body kit on this car. My RX-7 in the game is very similar looking on the body kit side of things. But Swerve's vote is coming in. Let's see where he lands. I'm expecting good things. As the computer is smoking and spitting and sputtering to figure out these numbers. All right, here it comes through. What did we get? Cha-ching! 3.8. Good for 8th place. What a great run for his first ever qualifying here in slide style. So we are down to it here. The last driver, last but not least, of course, it's their friend, the Guitar Hero, been so supportive of our channel as a whole here at Alex on your screen, and he's always on all of our streams, comes to hang out with us. And Charlie has started streaming. He has been hanging out with her as well, and it's been such a great time. So we really appreciate him coming to hang out with us. And he said, I'm going to take a crack at this slide style thing. So he's been practicing. He's put this car together. So we are going to see what Hero brings to the table. He is our last driver. He could be the last spoiler. Could he come out on top? Where will he go? We're going to see what he's got for us here today.
See if he can throw down a good line.
We're going to see what he's got. Comes out strong, gets a whole lot of angle early. You can hear it back in the throttle quick. He's got that thing geared up for acceleration. Holds out on the wall there for a good little while. Oh, loses the angle, gets into the wall. Unfortunate there. Doesn't seem to have torn the car up too bad, but he did get the rear quarter panel there pretty solid. He is not giving up one little bit, though. He's keeping the aggression on strong. Look at the angle he's able to get there. Stamps the throttle, stays in it. Brings it around right in front of the pole there. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened on that downhill section there. Our last
might have came in a little too fast and couldn't get the
I do agree. That's what I think happened as well. So we see he comes off the wall here. And yeah, I think it's just on the, he just had got too much momentum on the way down the hill there. And I think that's kind of what bit him a little bit. He was able to hold on to it, though. He didn't just cram into the wall and stop. But unfortunate there. Did get a little contact with the wall, so no doubt going to affect the voting situation going forward. But as I said earlier, only 12 drivers fighting over 12 spots, so he is going to be in the event. So he can work on seeing what went wrong there, if the car just carried too much momentum. Let's take one more look here as he comes down the hill. Did a decent job. Like I said, it's so hard to do that wall ride, but you can see so much momentum coming down the hill. He stays in the throttle, and yep, right, the car came unsettled when he went to he jumped in the brakes to get it slowed down to get through that center section. And as soon as he got on the brakes, the front suspension, like, it bound up on it. And it straightened the car out. So let's hear. We'll get the vote still going. We're going to let the replay loop around one time. And I know you've probably got a little stream delay on your side of things there, DK. But see if you can't see when he goes to swap over, transition to the other side on the hill, and gets in the brakes to slow up to get through that middle planter section. The whole front end of the car just bound up on him. So
I think I've seen that before it looped, but let me see if I can get a better
coming around again. Here it is on our side of things. It's he got on the brakes because you see the front of the car kind of settle down. That's exactly what he got on the brakes, and that thing just went, and the whole front end squatted down on him and straightened out. That is unfortunate, but very, very easy fix. He can work on his brake bias and brake pressure and everything like that. Settle that car right in.
Yeah, and hopefully it doesn't cause too much damage to the car. I love that car.
Yeah, definitely. A beautiful, beautiful ride. For him. All right, well, there you have it, everybody. Like I said, we've only got 12 drivers here this evening, so the 12 cars you see lined up here in the server, the 12 cars you can see it says last chance for Foxy, but he is the only one there. So we can go on ahead and mark him down as the fan voted last chance driver. I'll go on and put that in there, even though it makes absolutely no difference. He is in. So we should be able to get a look at the bracket here for next Friday's event. So we will go on and pull that up. Let's see if it is working right here, because it looks like it matches our side of things. So we can go on ahead and look through our pairings for next month, and we'll go on and get the calendar up as well here. So let's talk about some of the driver pairings we're seeing here. So starting off, Group 1 is going to be Malte and Foxy. I foresee some real aggressive transitions there between those two, real close on the rear bumper.
Sure.
So our newcomer Prim is going to be up against our first ever slide style winner in Damien, and I think they're that same kind of thing. They both have a real smooth transition style, so I feel like they're going to put on kind of a dance, like a ballet in cars there on their run. That's going to be some kind of cool to see. You, my man DK, you are lined up against the Mopar man. So it is going to be muscle car versus muscle car.
Muscle.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. That's going to be sick. Theory's got a Kuza. That's always going to be a fun one there, because that's going to be the Yaris versus the Mercedes, about two of the most opposite cars you can get a hold of there. Is what these guys will be rocking. Jay is going to have Swerve, and I think that's going to be an interesting matchup there, because I feel like they have two fairly different driving styles. So the two of them working together to tandem. And then, of course, to finish it out, Group 6 is going to be Wayne and Hero. And I think if Hero, his car has the speed, you could see it. That RX-7 is carrying the speed 100%. So I think if he can get that brake pressure dialed back, maybe get some of the brake balance a little bit more to the rear possibly, he might be able to have a little something for Wayne there on speed. But these guys have got a week to practice. You can see the schedule right here for this month is almost complete. We're down to those last 2 dates. Thursday the 28th is going to be final practice for these guys. We will probably have another CarX stream in the middle of next week when we're just kind of hanging out and having fun. So, of course, I'm sure we'll all jump in here with our slide style rides and do a little bit of work here at Springstone. So there will kind of be another night to get in and hang out. And, of course, these guys are always in the slide style Discord putting together practice servers and hanging out together and working on things. And then next Friday, July 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be right here on the channel. Alex on your screen. We're going to be here in Springstone. And we are going to see what these guys, what they bring out. It is going to be a fun show for sure. So there is your bracket. There is the calendar. That's everything you need to know. If you are interested in a slide style event and what we've got going on, !slide style is where you can find all of that information. It'll take you directly to our official Discord server, where you can come hang out with these guys, find out everything you need to know about slide style and how you can participate. Anybody on console, PC, even Nintendo Switch, if you have the game, you can participate in an event and run with us. We appreciate everybody for coming and spending the evening with us. DK, I appreciate you running all the way from your car to join me here in the commentary booth. You got here with like 4 or 5 runs to go. You got here just in time. And again, thank you so much. I know it was late notice, but thank you for joining in and being a part of the event. We were able to round out 12 drivers, so we're going to have a full bracket next week.
I might have sent a note to my boss's desk there. Might have sent me off early for it, but I don't know.
There you go. just let him know, hey, I'm feeling a cough coming a week ahead of time. You can tell him you got it from Jay. Tell him that's what it was. Y'all were practicing. Y'all were too close to each other's doors. You weren't social distancing in your cars, and you picked it. I'm not saying that Jay has COVID. I'm totally joking. And we do hope that Jay feels better.
For sure.
And we appreciate all of these drivers, and we got to give a big shout out to Race Control. Charlie was working, and she drove home from work, got here. I don't even think she got there. I left. We had dinner left I left it in the microwave for her so she could warm it up. I don't even know if she did that. I think she went straight back.
I did not.
There she is. She went straight back.
I'm still in my work clothes.
Straight back, jumped on the headset, and got these boys, said, let's line up and rock and roll, and she did a great job as always. So thanks again to her for doing this. We wouldn't be able to do it without her. All the drivers. Akuza is our tech shed before the events, and then he's always getting those beautiful screenshots that you see in the Slide Style Discord. So we appreciate him for that. All these drivers for doing what they do, and thank you guys at home for tuning in, voting, and making all of this possible. So from everybody here at Slide Style, I hope everybody has a great and safe weekend. Alex on your screen will be back next week on Monday, but tonight Rapid Fire Charlie, I believe, here in a little while, I think she's going to eat dinner and get settled, but I think here in a little while, she is going to fire up a stream and get things going on her end, so be on the lookout for that. That is going to be Rapid Fire Charlie. You see her over there in the chat, but give her a follow right here on Twitch and come hang out with us here in a few hours tonight. She's got her new PC build ready to go. She's going to be coming at you in full HD. And that is what we are going to be doing this evening, and I believe she will be streaming this weekend. So thank everybody for coming out. Our main event bracket is going to be Friday night next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And until next time, everybody take it easy, and we'll see you then. This has been Slide Style. Y'all have a good one.